everybody, and welcome back to Cricket Compared. Today, me and Dom
Hello.
will be podcasting about England's recent victory over Pakistan. Now, I apologise for not podcasting for you. If you've watched my latest Stick Cricket Super League video, then you'll know that I was away on holiday, which was a
And if you
relaxing
haven't,
break.
I think you should pause this and watch it now, because obviously it is amazing.
Yeah, the link is down below in the video description, or at least it should be. Hopefully I don't forget. So let's get straight into it. A brilliant Pakistan first innings, especially dominated by Shan Masood.
Yes, he was absolutely imperious. He played proper Test cricket for the first part of his innings, and then with the tail end, he played basically T20 cricket.
Absolutely, and before that innings, he averaged 2.25 against Jimmy Anderson.
2.25, as in
Runs, yeah.
runs.
Against Jimmy Anderson over the course of 6 innings.
Blimey. I
And
didn't
now,
know that.
yeah, I'm not sure what his average against Anderson is, but it's very good, I would presume.
Well, it's certainly gone up from 2.25, definitely.
Yeah.
Okay, so
and
he
also,
hit 18 fours and 2 sixes. Pretty good for a Test opening batsman, I've got to say.
yeah,
Impressive.
and he was dropped on, I think it was 45s, definitely in the 40s, by Josh Buttler, who, of course, we will talk about whether he should retain his place in the Test side.
Mm.
And of course we'll discuss the news that Ben Stokes has come out of the remainder of the series to fly back to New Zealand for family issues. But that's for later in the podcast. So, yeah, not such a good performance by the rest of Pakistan's top 6, with the possible exception of Babar Azam.
Who scored 69? Pretty good.
Yeah. Not very good from Azhar Ali, the captain of Duck. And Abid Ali, only 16 runs, putting on a not so good opening partnership of not a lot.
That means the computer has stopped
Oh, here we are, the
scrolling.
computer's working.
36.
36 for 15.1 overs. That was when he was dismissed.
So, what about the England bowling performance overall? What's your summary of that for the first innings?
It was
Henry?
okay. Yeah.
So, I'd like a big shout out for Chris Woakes, actually.
Yeah, he's an extremely underrated bowler.
Underrated, very economical, only going at just over 2 and over in that first innings.
And 2.20 in the second. And 4
Took-
wickets overall in the match. I don't
Yeah.
actually think that shows his full.
Not bad, but
Ability.
then when you combine that with his batting as well.
Yeah. Previously, before that innings, I was thinking to myself, geez, Woakes is so overrated as a batsman.
But
I think
actually-
before that innings, he past 9 innings, I think he had 7 single-figure scores.
Right, but he's just come back into it. Yeah, good
Yeah.
all-rounder, I think, and I think a bit underrated. Probably he's in the shadow of his rhyming partner, Stokes.
Yeah.
I
I'm
bet
still
they have some
waiting.
good jokes, those blokes.
I'm still waiting. I've got a confession. I'm still waiting for the England team with Woakes, Folkes, and Stokes in it.
Yeah, you want actually what you want is a match with Stokes facing Woakes with Folkes behind the stumps. Then you could have,
Or Folkes at the non-strikers end.
well, I was thinking you could have Stokes caught Folkes, bowled Woakes. That would be pretty good.
Stokes caught Folkes, bowled Woakes. Yeah. I don't see that happening.
Okay. Right, anyway, so Pakistan dismissed for a respectable first innings total.
Of 226. 326.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then England 219, I think. Yeah, 219 all out. No one really offering any resistance apart from Pope and Buttler.
And
really.
Stuart Broad at the end. Ollie Pope,
yeah.
good innings, solid.
Yeah.
Josh Buttler, what do you think? Do you think this could have been his last test if he hadn't performed?
Maybe. Obviously, we'll debate a little bit later into this podcast about whether Woakes or Buttler should be the keeper or even Bairstow. But yeah, so yeah, James Anderson got 7, which I think is a new personal best for him. The Pakistan second innings wasn't so good in terms of their batting.
Yeah, good for England's bowlers, but not so good for their batting. I've got to agree with that. So basically no one got going, did they? There are a few in the middle order. Shafiq did okay. Yasir did okay. Yasir Shah, he did okay.
Yeah.
But actually no one ever really got going, really took control. And I think that's because England just kept taking wickets. So first wicket, 1.6 overs, then a little bit of a stand, 13.6 overs, then 19, 20th over, 24th over, 34th over, 39th over, 40th over, 44th over, 46th over, 47th over. So they just kept taking wickets, so there were no good partnerships could really develop at all. And it's really the only thing which gave England a chance. And I think probably the key moment was Ben Stokes coming back on.
Yeah, that spell. 2 wickets in 4 overs with 1 maiden for just 11 runs. He turned the game.
Yep, absolutely.
And having missed out on both innings with the bat, a duck in the first innings and 9 in the second,
Well, it just shows you what a good all-rounder he is.
Yeah, absolutely.
So then that really set the match up.
277 to win.
277 to win, and was it 277 or?
Yeah, well, it was 277 to win.
Was it exactly 277?
Yes.
Yeah, it was. Okay, and we got 277.
Yeah.
We don't want to jump ahead of ourselves, though. But I thought the most amusing comment. So, Henry, you need to explain how we were listening to this on day 4.
Oh, yeah. So, day 4, we were actually driving home from the holiday house in France. Actually, we were staying in the Jura. It's a nice place.
Nice place, long drive.
Yeah, about 6 hours.
6 hours in France,
Yeah.
and then another couple of hours back in the UK. And
we were just outside the Channel Tunnel because we were delayed by 2 hours. So we had TMS on with my mum and Not Jasper, my special guest appearance in the final Best Test 11 series, Theo, in the car, who both are not big cricket fans, and they were listening to the TMS as well as us. And I remember we turned it on about 15 minutes before Buttler got out.
yeah,
so it was very tense.
I think we needed about 80 or so when we turned it on, didn't we?
Yeah.
And so it was very amusing. We were looking at some of the comments on the BBC cricket commentary, and my favourite moment is when Dom Sibley got out.
Oh, this is brilliant. You can say it.
And there must have been, I don't know, a day and a half left still. And someone texted in to the TMS team to say, well, there goes all the chances of a draw.
Well, Sibley's strike rate of 31.58 in that 36 in the second innings.
Yeah, he's it's comfortably the lowest strike rate. Is it? It's not the lowest of everyone.
No.
So Joe Root, first innings, had a strike rate of 24.14.
But he didn't look like he had any rhythm in the first innings.
Well, we'll come back to that, shall we? Maybe. And then, but yeah, he was the lowest in the second innings. But he did a job. He started wearing out the Pakistan bowlers, took the shine off the new ball, allowed the middle order, well, some of the middle order, to do what they needed to do.
Yeah.
So, yeah, special shout out then for Dom Sibley and that moment of the test, I would say. But the real excitement came with
Between the start of Buttler and Woakes' partnership.
5 wickets down. 5 wickets down, and I think it's fair to say Ollie Pope got out to an amazing ball, and it looked like the pitch was starting to do so much that it looked like England were just going to get skittled out at that stage.
Yeah, it absolutely did. I would 100% agree with that. And I was looking at maybe if we got to just checking where Ollie Pope's dismissal was. Yeah, 117 for 5. I was thinking 200's optimistic.
Yeah.
And then,
but then Buttler came in and
him and Woakes counterattacked.
Yeah. So I think that was really important. He sort of played the innings almost like a limited overs game, didn't he?
Yeah. Strike rate of 74. Obviously not his limited over strike rate, which I am just getting up here. ODI strike rate of 119 and T20 strike rate of 139.
So we know that he can hit the ball well, and I think what they thought was there's 35 overs to go before the new ball.
Yeah.
We need to just get this job done. We may need 160, but we can do that. We've done that plenty of times. So that's what they did. And yeah, they took a few risks, but then it paid off.
Yep.
And do you think that might be the innings that saves Joss Buttler's Test career?
Well, let's get on to the big debate about this now. But do you think Buttler cost England over 100 runs, dropping Yasir Shah? Sorry, not Yasir Shah, Shan Masood in the first innings. And he has the worst run giveaway rate off a spinner in Test cricket. So that, for those who don't know, that basically means how when they miss a chance or drop someone or let through byes, how many average runs per innings there is. And Joss Buttler costs England roughly 26 runs per innings.
Okay, so that is quite a lot, but he does also take some amazing catches. Maybe with, a tour of India or Asia at least coming up in the winter, maybe he's not the number one choice for that. I don't know, but who else would you put in?
White Ball Tour of Asia's been postponed. I don't know if you heard.
Oh.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Well, you do now.
When was it postponed?
A few days ago, I think.
Oh man, I'm so behind the times.
Yeah, and T20 World Cup's been postponed.
Yeah.
Women's World Cup's been postponed. Yeah, everything's been
Life
postponed.
is being postponed.
Blooming coronavirus.
Yeah. Okay, so maybe that's not such an issue. Do you think he'll be in the team for the
second and third test?
Next tests?
If I was the England selector.
Mm.
Actually, I've just remembered when I was watching this cricket series called The Test. You probably would have watched it. Cricket mad people out there listening to this. Justin Langer was talking about building a test team, and he said you have your 6 run scorers, your best keeper, and if they come back, that's a bonus, and your 4 wicket takers. And notice that he said if they come back, that's a bonus. So he's actually saying you pick your best gloveman, not your best keeper batsman. And I honestly think Ben Foakes is our best option as a gloveman. And he also, I know he's only played 5 tests, but he's also averages 41.5.
Yeah, okay. So he's a reasonable batsman as well.
And also, fun fact, actually, I'll turn it into a quiz question. He was the most recent England wicketkeeper to get 100 on their test debut after which wicketkeeper in 2007?
I don't know.
I'll ask you at the end of the podcast.
No, I still won't know then.
So comment below what you think it is.
Oh, but that means we can't give it away at the end.
No, we will, because they will have commented it.
Okay, but maybe some people might wait until after.
Please don't be that guy. Please don't be that person.
After they've heard the answer.
Yeah, still.
Okay. So, other people who might not make the next 2 tests. Ben Stokes.
Well, he's obviously flown to New Zealand for family reasons, which were not disclosed. So we'll respect that and not go any further with it.
A controversial one, James Anderson.
Yeah, he looked a lot older. But just going back to the wicketkeeper discussion, who do you think should be the wicketkeeper?
I think we should stick with Joss Buttler.
I don't.
Ooh, controversial.
I think we should go with Woakes.
Okay, let's go for one other. Will he keep his place in the team? Joe Root.
Duh, he's the captain. Thanks for listening. Peace out.
Okay, a little bit under par, do you think, this test?
Yeah.
A little bit under par for several tests.
Who
Needs
literally-
100.
Yeah, he needs a score, but who can blame him? He's literally, like, a couple of weeks ago, had his second child.
Yeah, he probably hasn't slept since then.
Yeah, I don't want to be making excuses for him, but I honestly think that he'd be really tired. Having
Yes.
just had a second child.
Yes. Fair enough. Okay. Do we think the openers are good enough?
Who else do we pick?
That is the problem, isn't it? There's
But
no one
Burns and
else to
Sibley,
pick.
they're good, but they're not Sir Alistair Cook good.
Okay. Fair enough. Anything else that we need to discuss before we say smash or divide? No, don't. What is it?
You'll find out. I don't think there is. No.
Just no.
No. I
Okay,
think
well,
we've
it's
covered
time to
everything.
say thank you for listening.
Yeah, thanks for listening. Smash the like button down below. Try not to break your device.
That's it.
If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel and ring that notifications bell so you click the bell so you don't miss out on any new videos that I will post.
Including
and-
the all-new Stick Cricket Super League videos. Hurrah!
Yeah, I will be posting those and some new style cricket content. I'm posting quite a few. I don't want to call them gaming because I think of gaming as Fortnite and things like that. But even though
It
it's
sort
dead.
of is.
Yeah. So the answer to the quiz question, do you know?
No.
Matt Pryor.
I should have got that one.
Yep. So
Alright.
yeah, thanks for listening. I'll post soon again, and until next time, peace out.